ran across two 19th century doctors, one in Paris and one in following up in England, who the one in Paris was the first to observe that a high sugar diet cured his terminal diabetic patients, originally diabetes, because you couldn't assimilate glucose. You turned your protein of your tissues into glucose to survive. And so the diabetic wasted away, lost their muscles, and finally died in essentially a starvation condition. The doctor in France gave his terminal diabetic patients who were wasting away the amount of sugar they craved, and found that they stopped wasting away and very quickly started building muscle when they were eating a regular diet: milk, beef, fruits and vegetables, and so on, but along with a sugar supplement. So the doctor in England did exactly the same thing and described the course of people who were dying, wasting away, putting out tremendous amounts of sugar in their urine, even though they weren't eating any. They were restricted because they called diabetes the sugar disease. So they were torturing their patients by not letting them have any of the sugar that they craved. But he decided not to torture his patients and let them add as much sugar as they wanted to their diet. Suddenly they stopped putting glucose into their urine and stopped losing muscle and recovered very quickly.
And so it sounds like this was because the sugar intake was sparing the liver the necessity of using glucose to produce the glucose that their bodies needed.
Yeah, it turns off the cortisol, which breaks down your tissue protein to make sugar out of it, or the sugar equivalent. Myth has developed that sugar feeds cancer.